Well, hey there, everyone. This is going to be an amazing, game-changing video. This video is all about the cabinetry going in the kitchen. Sneak peek of what's about to happen. You have all these cabinets here. There's 4 cabinets here, right, of various degrees and sizes. And then behind me, we have the kitchen cabinet, and in the corner here, we have a Lazy Susan. These are where they're going to live, those two. But we have to pull them out now. We have to finish them, and we're going to be staining them a really beautiful color. And then the other thing that we have is, we'll do an unboxing thing later, but there's these 2 8-foot long walnut butcher block countertops that we got from LL that you saw us getting the flooring from, right? The same people. So that will be getting taken care of in this video, getting all of these cabinets prepped, cleaned, sanded. So right now, the goal I have is to get these things sanded one by one so that we can get stained on them. And once they're stained and everything, we can start installing them. How awesome is that? And in a previous video, you kind of saw this happening. I did some more unboxing. We got the water heater installed. This is the washer and dryer. These eventually are going to get stacked and lived in this corner here. But that's something else that happened between then and now. So lots been happening. And as you saw in an earlier video, the bathroom has been completed. And Rob, thank you. Amarillo, yellow is Amarillo Baños bathroom. Yes, so the Amarillo Baños Amarillo? You know, either way. The yellow bathroom is completed. Now on to the kitchen. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. Another thing I want to show while we're talking about kitchen cabinetry in LL is I'm going to cut to some footage of Laurel and I took a trip to town to LL with Bodie bus, my Bodie bus, and we loaded up the long 8-foot cabinet, 8-foot countertops and some cabinetry and a bunch of other stuff. So we took a trip into town. So here's a clip, here's some footage from the actual experience when we were there. So listen, check it out. Well, hey there, we're flipping it up a little bit. I'm in Bodie. There's a reason, is we're picking up a big delivery, big order of countertops and cabinets for the main house. So we took a little bit of a road trip, you know, a few hour drive to the next major city here in Tennessee, and we're at Lumber Liquidators, and we're gonna be picking up flooring because we got a big space in here in Bodie as opposed to paying a lot of money to have it delivered. So momentarily you'll be seeing a lot of material in here, and we're also gonna go to Lowe's and get some kitchen cabinets as well. So fun road trip with Bodie, the brown bus, and getting material and getting things moving on the tiny house in Tennessee. So let's do it. All right, here we are on the other end. We got the flooring, the walnut flooring. You'll see later on in the next video. We got cabinets, more kitchen cabinets, and we got a shining Laurel Lee here. All this inside Bodie. Look at how you feeling, Laurel? Now we got all this.
This is very exciting. These big, huge things represent a lot of savings because they charge a fortune to do this. So we're in the big bus, and we're kind of in the home stretch, which is really super exciting.
We absolutely are, but it's fun. This is the first time Bodie's been used as a mule, but it'll be hopefully not too many times. But either way.
I'm trying to sound like a mule, but it didn't do too well.
But either way, so just the update of the flooring, and now we're gonna head back and make dreams come true, right, Laura?
Yes.
All right, there it is. And now we have it here, and now we're ready to put it in. So without me yammering more, let's get to work. So one beautiful thing about what's going on in the world right now is it's sunny. It's a sunny blue 70, almost 80 degree day in beginning of March. I'll take it. Thank you, Lord. So we're going to be sanding. I'm just going to bring out one at a time, sanding the cabinets out here because let's make a mess outside, not inside, right? So we're going to sand cabinets out here one at a time, and then once they're all sanded, we'll get them stained and ready to go. So let's do it. So, yeah, I know some of you were asking. I didn't really think about the idea of pulling the drawers out, and I didn't realize it was so easy. So, that's my fail. Anyway, in case you were wondering, I'm going to pull out the drawers now to finish it. It's going to be a lot easier. Who would have thought? Wasn't thinking. That happens sometimes. I don't think. What about you? Oh boy, it's been a full day. Fun hair, maybe not. Either way, everything's been sanded. All 6 cabinets have been sanded. I'm a pooped pup. I'm ready for some rest and come back at this tomorrow. And we'll see. If I've done staining, it's been a long time. Same thing with Laurel. So we're gonna have fun and learning how to restain things. So that'll be the next clip. So without further ado, let's go into tomorrow where I'm a refreshed body, not exhausted as you can see. And yeah, let's have it. Okay, next day, got all the cabinets out here in the beautiful sunlit patio. And now we're gonna attempt to do some staining. Get these cabinets stained up so they can be nice and pretty on this beautiful sunny early spring day here in March in Tennessee. Let's see what we can do. This staining, as you can see Laurel back there. Yeah. We're doing a 2-part thing where I'm brushing it on and she's rubbing it off with the rag. But look at this, there's a little smiley face, everyone, just in case you need to see a smiley face. Happy day, smiley face. But it's going quite well. Let's see how it's coming. This really nice deep oak finish, which will go well with the walnut countertops. So yeah, doing great, Laurel. I love it. Yay. Alright, so what we've been using is Minwax poly shades. You got a Mission Oak, and this is actually oak cabinetry. So this is what we've been putting on there. We're going to be done for today because we just got stuff going on, but it's a beautiful start. We got a lot of it done. We're going to come back tomorrow and finish the rest of it. And so, but I just wanted to show you what we're using in case you're all curious. Minwax poly shade. And we got this because it's a polyurethane and stain in one. And because one, neither one of us are experienced with it, and two, we wanted just to keep things simple and not overcomplicate the process. So that's why we got the 2-in-1. The guy at Lowe's is like, it's not, I'm more of a purist. I would do both. I do the stain and then the poly afterwards, but we just decided to do the 2-in-1. So anyway, for those that are curious, this is what we used right here. So here we are the following day. Everything has been coated twice now, front and back of all these doors and drawers and pullouts. The reason I didn't really film it is because it's been off again, on again raining outside, and so we've been dodging the raindrops. But as you can see, the Lazy Susan has been done. I took the door off, and here's the door for the Lazy Susan. And everything is just sort of drying right now, so it's really looks wonderful. That's a really beautiful sort of oak stain on these cabinets, and I can't wait to reassemble these cabinets and put them all in. What do you think, Laurel? How do you think about this color?
I think it's great. It's very rich, and we are combining about 4 different kinds of wood and 3 or 4 different colors, going against all decorating rules, so it'll look great.
Yeah. By different colors, you mean the gray and the brown? You mean?
Yeah, there's strong gray, there's strong brown, and there's strong black with accent colors.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be great. I have in the past owned all this unfinished wood that I never finished. So, like that one.
Like this
so
one here.
I'm very excited to actually finish something.
Yay!
Yes.
Awesome. Well, the journey continues here on the cabinetry. So some days hence from before, now all these cabinets are dry. And so what I'm going to be doing now is putting all the doors and drawers back together. So that'll be fun. So. Wild hair's back. Wild hair's back. Woo boy! All right. So all, as you saw earlier, all the cabinet drawers, everything is back in. One fun little bit. This is an upgrade that I gave Laurel for free, right here. So if you have a kitchen cabinet like this, kitchen sink goes here, yeah? If you have this big thing, you don't know what the hell to do with it, there is a magical thing. Look at this. It tips out. There's hinges, right? And you can buy kits that have little plastic trays, and you stick a little plastic tray here and the thing tips up, and you can keep sponges or scrubby pads or whatever you want that you need for your sink. They just don't need all the time. And that's the beautiful little thing. So I've known about this. Apparently Laurel, when I showed her in my bus, I had the same thing in my bus. She was like, "Oh my God, that exists." It's like, yeah. So for those that don't know this, that's a fun little hack that you can do. The only thing is you have to get the tray that's the same depth that fits to your sink, so your sink doesn't hit your sink and be weird. But either way, just wanted to show that fun little thing. That's what you can do with that useless piece of your countertop. You can even retrofit this, everyone. So if you have an active kitchen, you can probably retrofit that in there. Maybe a little more challenging, but you can do it. So either way, moving along here with the cabinetry. And we're going to put them into place just to get the idea. And hopefully, God willing, by the end of the week or so, I'll have someone here that help me install them. Cool. So let's get them in a place so you can see what they look like. Here is the update. Look at that. It's a kitchen, everyone. So as you saw in an earlier video, we're going to have a peninsula coming out here with a 6-foot piece coming out. We're going to find a tree for a post so we can have a little island peninsula here for people to sit at. Got a bank of drawers, got a cabinet, and then over here we got our stove, another cabinet, just smaller one bits here, and then kitchen sink, another bank of drawers, and in the corner we have a little Lazy Susan, and then the refrigerator. So this is the basic, well, this isn't basic, this is the layout for the kitchen. How cool. So like I said, I'm just waiting for help to come get me these installed. I know how to install these things. Like I said in my bus, I kind of did it, but I'm lacking the tools. And also setting kitchen cabinets, it's always great just to have an extra set of hands, especially for wielding these big, long 8-foot countertops, right? And so those are staying boxed just to stay protected right now. But they are walnut, and it's gonna look beautiful on top of this oak. Oak walnut, it's an interesting combo, but we'll see. You know, we wanted just some contrasting colors to go with all the white and gray, so we have black appliances and a little bit darker countertops. But there it is, look at that. Look at that. I'm just gonna do one more of these just because these are so fun in each videos. This is what it looked like 5 months ago when we walked in here. Completely bare, just stud walls, and now this. Isn't that amazing? I mean, it's really amazing. We have the wood stove, we have the whole kitchen over here, we have walls, we have finished floor. We have a lot, you know, and then once this is on here, I'll set the sink and get that all hooked up. So yeah, this is super exciting. My favorite word ever, but that's what it is, boys and girls. Check it out. All right. So the next clip will be us getting some countertops put together. All right, so we found this beautiful log on the property here, and Laurel and I are in the process of staining this thing. So what this is going to be, it's going to be a post for the peninsula island in the kitchen. It's this beautiful piece, and we're going to trim it down to size to use in the kitchen. So we just wanted to give you a beforehand of what this looks like, and we'll show you an update when we are all done. Here is the final stage of the staining of the log. Kind of hard to see in this light, but there it is. And just as contrast, you can see this is what it looked like before, and we got that same dark oak stain on there. It looks really wonderful. Like I said, this is going to be the post for our little island peninsula. So, and the reason I only did this much is because this is about 40 inches. We need 35, and so we didn't do the whole thing. So there it is, and maybe in the next scenes you'll see it going in. All right, day is here. We're going to be putting these cabinets together, getting them screwed in. Got some help here, so get those cabinets screwed in, get the countertop going, and we got some kitchens coming. Let's watch. All right, so we got the countertop in this beautiful walnut countertop with the oak cabinetry. Looks pretty good. So now the next step is we're going to be cutting a hole for the sink and then using that void that we're cutting out of the sink to cover and patch that hole there. So look at that. We finally got countertops in this place. It's really coming together. Can't believe it. Here it is. Some interesting side note is initially when I had this going, what we were going to do is I was going to take the end of this thing, cut it off, and have the wood grain be at a 90-degree angle in these voids. And what Brian discovered is that we can take the void from this sink and put it in place while the wood grain's going to go in the same direction, which is super awesome. So I love this man. He got some wonderful ideas. We're going to keep going and get this cabinet put in. I love it. So here it is. We've got the sink still wrapped in protective plastic, but look at that. Got the countertop in. My help had to take off for the day, and so he'll be back a different day. But so there's that. Like I said, we're going to use the cutout here that we had for the sink and stick it in here. So we'll do that when he gets back. I'm going to continue working on getting these cabinets here set and into place, screwed together permanently. So that would be awesome. So that's the next thing. But I just wanted to show you that. And it's beautiful. It's really coming together. This walnut and that oak looks great. Obviously, this has to get cleaned up. It has to get sanded and urethaned and everything else. Or we're just going to do some sort of treatment sealer. But either way, there it is. That's awesome. And this is roughly the idea we're thinking of doing the backsplash, a very similar sort of striated sort of white thing. I don't know. We'll see if we keep it or not. But there it is. So nice. I just wanted to give you an update of the kitchen. It's the next major step. I also want to say, you know, going back to watching these videos of me cutting this very expensive, almost, I think it was about a $600 piece of wood, wasn't exactly an exciting, it was pretty unnerving. It was pretty unnerving, I'm not going to lie. But we got it in there. It's perfectly cut. I love it. It sits in there beautifully. And yeah, haven't really lived, boys and girls, until you've cut a $600 piece of wood. Can't make any mistakes there. All right. So anyway, moving forward. So it snowed overnight here in Tennessee. It snowed about 2 to 3 inches. My bus was covered with 2 to 3 inches of snow. But what the cool thing is we have sun. Didn't think I was going to work today, but we have sun and it's warm. And we got the butcher block out here. As you saw, we cut the hole for the sink yesterday. And what I'm going to be doing now is getting the sander on this thing. We have a nice 220 grit sandpaper with a palm sander. I'm going to sand this thing up and get it ready for the polish to go on. We won't be able to put the finishing on this today because Brian, another Brian, the guy helped me out yesterday, he has the router that we're going to put a nice bullnose edge on the front of this, right? So only going to be doing sanding today and getting some other prep ready, but either way, wanted to show you the next update on what's going on.
Here I am shoveling snow in Tennessee.
So Laurel, you moved to Tennessee thinking you can get away from the snow, huh?
I thought that. We got 2 inches last night.
There it is.
So it's just like being in Michigan.
There it is. It's amazing what a little bit of sandpaper 220 can really smooth that out, right? So there it is. So it's ready to get installed now. Sadly, I wish we had the router here because we just put the bull nose on this thing and seal it while it's out here. But like I said, we don't have our other helper today. And it is what it is, you know, like sometimes you got to move at the speed that the Lord allows, right? So there it is. Either way, one little step at a time, and there it is. We'll continue now. All right, Miss Laurel. So what do you think of this beautiful wood walnut countertop? We've been talking about it. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's called American walnut. It's gorgeous, and we've been experimenting with different finishes and stuff. We're combining a walnut top with oak bottoms just to be very nouveau.
Yeah, we're definitely breaking rules here for sure.
Yeah, I was hoping it would look good. I think it's going to look fine.
Yeah, I think it looks great, and I'm about to sand this one, and we're going to call it a day. And
Yeah.
like I said, when the guy comes back, we'll continue working. But I just wanted to get
this is the island, and then the other one is the whole counter. So this should be gorgeous once it's finished.
Absolutely exciting!
Yeah.
Yay! Sammy the Sander's wanting to say hello. Say hello, Sammy. Hi there, Brian. Good job on the project. I love sanding your boards. Yay! Continuing to plug away here in the kitchen, getting things done. We're putting in basket strainers now in the sink. I figured, you know what? We gotta wait a few days, maybe tomorrow, for my buddy to come back to help me finish the countertops, but it's not gonna stop me from doing the plumbing, because, or at least part one of plumbing. So sinks come like this. You got this open hole, and you got these basket strainers, right? So, putting one in, I'm gonna put the other one in, get the basket strainers in, get them all done in Purity Lac, and then I'm gonna put the kitchen faucet in because why not? You may have heard me mention in an earlier video, I think I mentioned in the video I did for the railing for the porch studio wing. Just keep working until you are all out of material, till you have nothing left, and then go to the supply house, then whatever. And this is one of those days where I thought I didn't have much to do, but I've done a lot. I did some miscellaneous here, and there's a lot of things, and we're at the point of the project for those playing the home game, there's this thing called a punch list. Punch list. I'll put it right here on the screen. And what it means is it's all the odds and ends, random stuff. It's all the MISC list, if you would, right? It's the MISC things that need to get done in between. It's no fanfare or whatever, like hanging a shower curtain in the closet over here, whatever. Just small stuff like that, right? So I'm kind of doing punch listy things today, as well as getting the kitchen faucet and everything here sorted. So anyway, just wanted to give an update, and I'll show you when I got the faucet in. I don't know, you see me do enough plumbing in this project, I don't need to show you how to put a faucet in, so I'll just show you when it's all done. As the day presses on, you can see we have what looks like a kitchen sink. Oh my goodness, look at that. We got the faucet. You got the pull-out thingy, a spray, so you can have spray water fights with people. Kind of fun. Anyway, there's that, and then there it is. Like I said, it's not hooked up below because we gotta kind of have to finish doing all the countertop bits and bobs, right? But anyway, there you go. Look at that, everyone. For all intents and purposes, there's your kitchen. Hang on, let me pull the stuff off the stove, and I'll give you a little bit of peek at what it actually looks like. So here is a demo of what to come. I've sort of put this cutting board here as just as a template of what this countertop will look like. It'll come up to here with that post, right? In fact, there's the post on the ground. It's a beautiful tree that is stained, and that peninsula will come out. Like I said, this cutout will be used for various things to fill in. But there you go. There's your stove. There's your sink, refrigerator, a little bit of gap. Like I said, it's gonna get filled in. But there it is. That is this kitchen coming along. I love it. Love it. And then yes, there's stuff still everywhere here in the rest of the house. But either way, just wanted to, this is sort of a mock-up of what this will look like, cut to come. That'll come out, like I said, about 6 feet. So there it is. It's really coming along. I just wanted to give you those updates. There it is. So yay for updates. Probably the next thing you'll be seeing in this video will be us continuing working on the countertops. Like I said, getting that part cut, getting this peninsula part cut here. And well, there it is. Anyway, updates from Tennessee, everyone. Oh boy. So next day, and my work helper isn't going to be showing up. So I guess the great Lord gave me some great ideas last night, because he does that often. So this is what we're doing. This is the next piece, right? So this is a piece that was out of the sink cutout that you saw here when we cut out the sink. It's a piece for that. So it's just in here. It's just sort of resting in place. And the solution, since I don't have a router, the guy that was supposed to be helping us has the router. What we're going to be doing is you may not be able to see this, but I'll try to show you in detail here. What we're doing is I'm just going to take the sander and just take off. As you can see, this is a sharp edge here. It has not been done yet, and here's more of a dull edge. And that's what we're going to do for right now, unless we get a router anytime soon. But that's going to be the solution that Laurel and I came up with. And what's great about that is it allows us to move forward. And I'll just say this in a fun way, kind of like going back to that installation video, like you gain courage, strength, and confidence by staring fear in the face and doing that thing you think you cannot do. Here's another one of those examples. I had all these stories of why I couldn't do it. And last night, in the middle of the night, the Lord's like, nope, this is how you're doing it, and you're going to get done. So thank you, Lord, for information and courage and strength and confidence to do these things that I think I cannot do. So with that, super exciting. We're going to put it together, and going to take a few screws and join those together now, and we're going to have some countertop moving forward. Yeah. Here is the final seam. That's nice and seamed in there. We're gonna get some wood filler, I think, to fill it in. But that part of the countertop is done, which is amazing. Look at that. And I guess the next step is once I get this part in here, we'll seal it and complete it. But just wanted to show you that update. Look at that. So, oh cool, look at that. Here is our tree log installed. Not kidding, just kidding. It's just putting it there. I'm cleaning up the bottom edge so that it sits flat and plumb. But there it is. That will be the post living approximately right there. Now we just have to cut it to height to fit the countertop space. So it's really coming along in such a beautiful sheen. It actually is cedar. We found that out by cutting it and seeing and smelling its beautiful smell. So meaning it will last. So there it is. And so now the next step is for me to cut that post and get the countertop on. So there it is. I don't know what's more scary, cutting this thing or cutting a $600 piece of wood, man, but good Lord.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got now. Take this thing inside. So there's a saying, Laura, when you're good, you're good. I mean,
Yeah.
look at that. I mean, that's a pretty, looking at the
You're
bubbles
very proud
here.
of yourself, aren't you, there?
You know what? I will not take all the credit, but I'll give God the credit I can. But that's pretty dang good considering
It
this
is.
thing is just sitting here, right?
It is, yes.
So there it is. Now the next step is put some brackets on this thing and give ourselves
Yeah,
a penance.
so this is a piece of wood from the land that has now a new life.
Yeah, it was what we were already staining earlier and prepping. So there it is. Now let's see what the next phase looks like here.
Okay.
So here is a preliminary test. Obviously, we're going to get the real post in there in time, but Laurel is demonstrating. Oh my goodness, Laurel.
Yeah.
And again, this countertop is not in permanent. It's just sort of resting, but there is our
Getting
peninsula that we've talked so much about.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. It's going to be beautiful right by the wood stove, and just wanted to sort of show that intermediary.
It's really wonderful. The kitchen literally now takes shape and
Yeah.
will be cozy and spacious.
It will be.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
For those curious on the process, this is what I'm doing. I got the post and I got these brackets to kind of put in roughly a 4-way cross, but not really. But that's going to be now installed, and then the countertop will come to here, and then that will be the base. I don't think I will have anything at the base, but we're just going to start with this and see how it wraps up. All right, Laurel, here it is. The time of the hour we've been waiting for.
Oh, wow. Yes.
So,
Should I take this away?
yes, we can remove that. And then, oh my goodness, look at this. So the post is in place, Laurel, it's been installed. What do you think? What are your reactions? Now we have an actual kitchen here.
Yeah, I can't wait to have a friend here and a friend here.
Isn't it beautiful? Well,
It
in time we'll be having coffee, tea, and pizza at this
And
table.
playing cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay! The kitchen's all
And
amazingly
look,
coming
it's
together.
nice and cozy with the wood stove.
Yeah. It'll be even more cozy when all these tools are out of here. So either way, just wanted to give people the update that the kitchen is almost completed.
Yes.
Coming to the final stages in the kitchen here, as you can see, we got upper kitchen cabinets above here and one above the stove. And one thing that we're putting in right now, one of the last things I have to put in is the hood vent right above the stove, which is here out of place. But look, there's a stud right in the middle of the vent. Kind of like the plumbing thing, there's always a stud in the way, right? So I'm gonna do my best to modify this and get it in. But like with constriction comes creativity, so I'm gonna get creative on this thing, and that's the next thing. But once that in, I just wanted to show that for the people to recognize, like Laurel and I were talking yesterday, like this build's not easy. There's just challenges, right? And we're kind of painting this rosy picture that it's lots of fun, but like there's challenges, right, Laurel?
There is. I'm praying I don't hear him screaming this morning.
Pray to God, like, anyway, but I just wanted to show you all that because that's just like beyond funny, right? So either way, that's what I'm doing now, and so the next clip will show you with this kitchen being complete because it's getting kind of long. We're kind of trying to keep it short. So either way, we'll see what happens. So solution, this is the outside hood vent, which will be the external, and I think this is what I decided to do, just notch it. It works. And you know what? I already tested it. It's going to work, so now I'm going to go silicone this thing in there, and I'm going to have to do the same thing for the inside hood, but you know what? It's gonna get the air through. It's gonna get the air through.
Just being helpful.
You know what? We're getting slap happy at this point in the
It's
build.
the last day.
It's like the last day of school, Laurel. Oh my god.
Really? It's
All
even
right.
better.
Anyway, let's get this thing in and get moving on. All right, so we are putting the backsplash on the countertop. Laurel, do you want to give people a little show what we're doing here?
Yeah, we're taking these stick and peel, and hopefully it's going to be really simple. See what it looks like, and that means I can wash things and splash and not destroy my beautiful new wall. So it seems to be working out very smoothly.
Yeah, they just sort of key together like that. So
Yeah.
it's a nice little
They
thing.
fit right together. Thank you, Lowe's, once again.
Yeah, and this is like the final touch for the
Yeah,
kitchen, and then the
this is
kitchen.
Really, this is really the last major thing.
So Laurel, go ahead and let's talk to people about this wood thing that you came up with. This was your idea, and you co-engineered it together. But you want to talk about that?
Yeah, this is me being a pack rat and keeping everything. So this piece was kept, and
There's 3 pieces there.
there was one long piece, or there were 2 pieces, and there was a big split at the back that we did fill very nicely. Brian did a beautiful job filling it. So in the middle of the night, when I get my downloads about what to do, I realized that these would make very pretty end pieces. And then Brian did all that, and look how nice it looks.
Yeah, it's sort of repurposing. Basically, it was scrap material from cutting out the kitchen sink, and
Yeah.
a beautiful way to repurpose it and give it a nice little end cap.
And
So
the other major repurpose is this.
we made cutting boards.
I got 3 cutting boards out of this. Because once we did all this, I realized, oh my God, I don't want to cut on these beautiful
Yeah,
things.
so there's those 3 cutting
So,
boards.
yeah.
Beautiful. Well, there it is. All right, one more step, and hopefully next video we'll just show the completion of this. All right, we're matching tops, Laurel. I love it. So we are done with the kitchen. We're done with the kitchen. We have a functional kitchen, Laurel. And this is beautiful. I will say the oak. I wasn't certain about the oak with the walnut, but it looks gorgeous. And as we're talking here, I'll just pan and show the whole kitchen. But what are your any thoughts, Laurel? Now that you actually have a fully functional kitchen with hood, with refrigerator, stove, beautiful kitchen.
Really? Well, it's probably the most beautiful kitchen I've ever had. And it may well be the most functional too. Because while it's very cozy, when you see the rest of the house, the building, it's open to the whole building, so it's very spacious. I love it. I love these rich walnut tops. And yes, combining walnut with oak seemed a little weird, but that's the way it goes, and it's okay.
Yeah, and even that detail about the countertop looks really nice as well.
Yes, it does.
So, but here it is. We're all done, Laurel. Give me a high five. You've done a lot. This house, for all intents and purposes, the main wing is done, minus millwork around the doors and windows and the baseboard. But Laurel is moving in right now, and I am going to Florida tomorrow morning, God willing.
Yes, for a well-deserved vacation
For my birthday.
for your birthday. 40 years old, my
Can't believe
boy.
it. Version 4.0, I'm upgrading, so yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, but anyway, so there may be a break in the videos for a bit, but either way, I just wanted to show you we're done with this amazing project. And Laurel, I'll show one more clip of the inside here, like you walking in 6 months ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This beautiful, expansive building to this amazing space that we have here now. You wouldn't even know the difference. Actually, what I'll do.
I want to say hello to Cheryl, too, from Calvary Church, because it's been so much fun hearing that you've enjoyed these videos. So, big hug to you, sweetie.
Yes, love having you on the journey along with us. So, any other parting words, Laurel? And the project is not done. We still have the whole studio wing next door.
Yeah, we ain't going anywhere.
We have the studio wing to finish, but either way, this is sort of kind of a wrap for the main wing, but we want to get back and do some trim work, and we'll do a closing video for this one after this. But
yeah, and tomorrow is the 31st. We calculated 4 months as well. Sorry, 21st.
21st.
And that's always a wonderful moment. And how long has it taken us? We started about October 1st.
Yeah, October 1st, so just under 6 months.
Right,
Yeah.
so far. And we have about 2 more months to go on the other building, and
We'll see.
endless amounts of landscaping.
So, but either way, thank you for being on this journey with us. It's been awesome. So stay tuned to next time.
He's my hero.
What can I say? You know, I will say, give it to God. You know, a lot of this work that I'm impressed that I did this, but I also know that I gave it to God and He helped me out a lot with this. So
hair raising.
Thank you, Lord, for that. Yeah, hair raising, harrowing, all of the above. Anyway, be well, everyone. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.